Oh.
Then you can just jump on too, because I live over there too.
Was at a birthday party at. Yeah, because if you're going up and down those hills leaving your neighborhood, it's pretty flat over my area. But
I'm trying to remember, at the last meeting, did we talk about the name?
The
Okay.
status.
It is 5:32, and we are calling to order and announcing a quorum for the Town of Trophy Club's Economic Development Corporation 4B. Public comments. Do we have any?
We do not.
Do I have to read it then?
Just go ahead.
You can go through it, yeah, you can pass it.
Move on. Yep.
Okay, regular items. Consider approval of the July 15th, 2024 EDC regular meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Second?
Second.
Item 2. Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor?
right?
All right.
Regular items 2, discuss updates from the small area plan meetings held on July 23rd and August 6th, 2024.
Thank you. You want to? So we've had 3 update meetings. Okay, the subcommittee has met 3 times, August 6th, July 23rd, August 6th, and this past Tuesday.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Just a couple days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, just
August 20th, right?
Yeah, 20th. And as you can see, the project schedule, and that's in front of us here, we're pretty much sticking to that. We've made some headway. We've had a couple of brainstorming sessions, both within the subcommittee and outside the subcommittee, about creating a brand, a name for this project. And the name that we came up with, John, you want to give us the name?
The Grove at TC.
So it's the Grove at Trophy Club, the Grove at TC. That's the name of the project. Instead of us calling it the small area plan, I think giving it a name made a lot more sense. We've also come up with a vision statement. We met with staff and we've decided on a vision statement with a lot of help from AI. And
I have it.
do you have that?
I do. Yep, so the vision statement that we came up with was the Grove at TC is a welcoming and vibrant hub where residents and visitors come together to enjoy Trophy Club's prosperity.
A couple of really strong points we wanted to make with the vision statement was this is an area that's for the community, and it's It's going to be there for the community to connect, okay, to have connection of the whole community, both physically and emotionally, if you will, and we're going to work and play together, okay? We also, and we've noodled on this quite some time, we also wanted to provide revenue, tax revenue for the town. And we didn't want to say that in the vision, so we had some help in, from a couple of different channels to create this vision. And I think that's pretty sound.
Yeah, just real quick, as we talked about the vision for this area, it really is important to kind of start to lock down, what are we designing to, right? What is the potential for this area? And we spoke quite a bit about this idea that it's a gathering place, right? It's a place where people can come in. We want to incorporate elements that are active, that are outdoor, that are, that allow people to walk and move and connect to this area a little bit differently than they do today. And we wanted to be a place where residents could feel like they can just come on down the hill a little bit, right? And kind of be part of this environment here that provides a place to come, even if they're not there to do, shopping or eating or whatever that might be, but a place to enjoy for that. So as we thought about that, right, the Grove at TC is a welcoming and vibrant hub where residents and visitors come together to enjoy Trophy Club's prosperity. Really was kind of the way that we settled in on how that creates a little bit of that vision for it, right? And then as we're talking with people and we're getting ideas for this, then that really helps the designers begin to think about how do they incorporate this element into the design, into the physical structures, right, into the infrastructure that needs to be improved in this area. So I'm excited by that. I love the name The Grove, by the way, at TC. I think it's a strong name. I think it plays a lot with our natural elements here in the community already, right? We're a tree city. We have lots of beautiful trees, on that part. Now, a little bit, what's interesting about this area right here, you don't think of this area as a great tree area that we're talking about here, but that begins to be what it is we start to build it into, right? We start to figure out ways to incorporate more of that natural element into what we do for it. So it's very exciting, this project, as it continues to move forward, and really this groundwork of setting kind of the vision, the name of it, really helps to kind of shape the future as we think through what are the types of businesses, the way the infrastructure is lined up, the way that we incorporate some active spaces into it begins to really play with that name and that idea. So, thanks.
So the next couple of steps are community engagement, okay? There's a lot of work being done in the background by staff and also by McAdams to really make sure that we have the appropriate and the proper property owners, not the business owners, but the property owners. Because our first step is staff is going to put together a letter of introduction to this project, and that will go out to the property owners, okay? And that's being done, I think, as we speak.
It should be done tomorrow, yes.
Great.
Yep.
So once we make the initial contact with the property owners, then McAdams is going to sit down and meet with each one of them. And I think staff will be there to do that also.
As a group or individually?
Individually. No, not as a group, individually, because there's some specific questions that are listed in the notes that they're gonna be asking the property owners, what are your vision for your property? What opportunities do you see? And I think in a group setting, that could go off into too many areas. But then we're also working very diligently about setting up community engagement, not just for the property owners, but for our community. And there's been a lot of talk around, and the marketing department is handling this, there's been a lot of talk around combining this in some way, shape, or form, if we can, with voting. Okay, because we have an election, this is an election year, we're going to get a lot of turnout at the voting sites, and so we're going to need the board to step up and maybe man a table during the two voting day or the two voting sites. one suggestion was made to have a table at early voting and have somebody there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And somebody on the call said, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Maybe
And-
signage is what.
Yeah, signage.
Billboards, QR.
We're talking about a video, maybe a 2 or 3 minute video that staff is going to be putting together. Jill is going to be handling that. That would maybe potentially play on a loop, possibly. That we're still trying to decide what makes the most sense there. And those are the real exciting, pieces of this. The community engagement and the property owner engagement, I think, are two critical steps, to make sure that we have the potential to move in the right direction, and the community will give us feedback as to what do you think of this? What do you think of this project? How do you think it could be done better? Give us some feedback, because we want this to be a community project. Does that make sense?
Yep, yeah, and we are targeting November 18th as the date for our open house here to welcome the community in, try and get, kind of that charrette style. You've probably seen it before plenty of times. But, bring in people, have lots of boards around, try and get a lot of public input at that charrette style. We'll also have a survey, an online survey that people can participate in as well. But sometimes people coming in and be able to do that in-person part of it really is very helpful. So we are targeting, again, November 18th. 2 sessions, one from 12 to 2, and then one from 6 to 8. So we're targeting kind of middle of the day for those that are at home and can make it then, and then later in the evening for those who are working and have a conflict but would like to attend there.
And those on the board that can't make that, during the day, we'll get together and just figure out a schedule where we can cover both of those sessions with enough people that, can really present the project, in a positive manner. So, other than that, everything else is the same. Any questions? Any suggestions from?
I've got some basic questions. What is month 1? Is that this month? Was that last month?
It was last month.
Okay.
Yeah.
For community engagement, are we going to have something for them to react to? Are we?
We're going to start with a online survey, okay? And then we're going to move to face-to-face open houses.
I guess I'm trying to get clear on, are we going to say, hey, here are some proposals here, or is it going to be just blue sky? What do you want this to be?
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't recommend the latter.
Yeah, no. Well, what they're going to be doing is trying to put in different types of uses, right? Examples of different types of uses, and then saying, here's an element of this use. Which ones, and these different types of uses, which ones do you prefer for this area, right? Start to rank them for us. Tell us which ones you like. Tell us why you like them. Tell us about the issues, that you see with this area, stuff like that. So that's kind of how.
Will they be able to show real-world examples of that similar use case? This is done here, this is...
So during their proposal, I don't know if you had an opportunity to go through their proposal?
No.
Adams? So,
Was it in the last...
no, this was maybe
A couple months ago.
2 months ago?
No, I
3
haven't
months
been
ago?
back there, no.
So we entertained proposals from 2 organizations. McAdams' proposal, we decided was the one to go with. And in their proposal, they gave very specific, they show you, this is what we did in this community, this is what we did here. And they presented probably 5 or 6.
And they were all similar size as what we're looking at doing.
And regionally as well.
So
Yeah.
during the community engagement, they'll be, for the lack of a better word, selling, those ideas and getting feedback from the community on those.
Great.
Hey, does it make sense? One of the common threads in their projects is a water feature, a canal or something like that. And I'm curious to see what they come up with out here for a water feature.
It would be neat for the Grove theme, for sure.
It would be, but I just want to keep them away from that water tower, that's all. Because we've got the water tower right there, and who knows?
Yeah, right.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that'll also be pretty cool when we do the property owners as well, to be able to see some of those past projects as well, so they can kind of get a hint, hey, maybe perhaps we might want to step up our game here and really make things a little bit more attractive for what we've got going on here.
The good news about McAdams And again, you know, I was intrigued by them. They, with their experience, they know the right questions to ask to see where these property owners, you know, to give them an idea to hey, where are your opportunities for this property? You know, what is your plan? You know, what's your vision? But now, you know, if we do something like this, do you see corollary opportunities for your business? You know?
Right, possibly
And-
new opportunities that weren't thinking of before.
Exactly, yeah, because, you know, hey, we're in here now, but what if this place didn't look like this?
And what if it brought
had
in
this, and what if it
people?
had that? Yeah, and I think it's, that's what intrigued me about McAdams, their experience.
And also on the last meeting too, I think Brandon provided or McAdams or a combo of the two, the off and on ramp for the street there,
Yeah.
which is pretty significant. I mean, no more going down Kirkwood to pull in there, just right off. And I still think with Lifetime, as big as it is in the draw, I mean, if we can create something here too, there's folks right there that are looking for something to do after they get
Something
done
quick,
with
yeah.
their workout. So,
Any other questions, comments?
great.
Well, we also just had a quick discussion about making this a living document, so that,
Update.
yeah, McAdams can update it on a bi-weekly basis for us, and we can distribute that to the board.
Yeah, we can have them add in actual dates into there so it's clear, like when month one is and month two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of show exactly where we are in the process, so.
Item number 3, discuss updates of the Thrive Business Grant.
All right, good evening, Board, EDC Board. A little update on the Thrive Business Grant. I want to start with the timeline. So last July, the EDC Board initiated the grant program, and in February, we brought a draft program to you for review, and then some edits, and y'all approved it to go to council. It went to council in May, and council approved it, and in July of this year, on the 8th, it was provided to the public. So as a part of that opening up of the Thrive program, the town manager, communications director, as well as myself, went out to do some business
Context?
business contact. So we contacted the business, went and talked to them about the Thrive program, gave them an application, a QR code, let them know a little bit about it, and then asked them kind of, what are y'all looking for? Is there something that y'all are specifically looking for in grants? Or do you have problems with your business? You want more equipment? And so currently we have 3. So last Friday we had 1. This week we got a in-person application as well as a mail-in application. 2 of those are incomplete. As I receive them, I am going through the checklist that each of you has said that you would like to look at for a full package. If they don't have it, I reach back out to them. I let them know, hey, these are the things that EDC is looking for. And then I am gathering all those documents, and then September 30th is going to be the due date for the Thrive program. After that, per the program itself, it states that EDC has 60 days to review it. So from October 1 to December 1, y'all will be provided all of the applications that are completed to review. And then once that 60 days is over, the town manager will look at it. We will then provide those that you approved to council. And then after that, whoever, if they say yay or nay to them, that information will be relayed to the business. And then hopefully in January, we will be able to provide those who were approved a performance agreement to sign, as well as reimbursement information. And then they'll be able to start their projects. Currently, it's more interior projects. It is equipment or things that will provide opportunity for more people to come into their business, or just some upkeep, a little bit of new booths or whatever. So it's great. We've had some great feedback from it, and they're very excited about it. I've had lots of calls. We're looking to do a couple more site visits, and that will be on Trophy Lake as well as over on Bobcat. And we'll hit those two here in the next couple of weeks so that we can provide that information to them and give them the same opportunities that we did to other businesses.
Were those three part of folks that you went and saw?
Yes,
Okay, good.
yes.
That's great.
Were they notified? Well, I mean, were all the businesses notified? I think,
Yeah.
answered.
Yes.
So, and now you're just making cold
The
calls,
personal
basically.
business, correct.
Yes. We wanted to kind of piggyback on the communications director going out and doing the Engage document that she has out there for the businesses. And so we piggybacked on that and are out there trying to push this Thrive Business program so that they can be aware of it. And even if they don't apply now, they know that it's coming in the future. We'll have another year or so to do this program. So.
Are any of them for, internal, you said that some were to expand the number of seats and maybe update the number of seats? Anything like for, renewing POS systems?
Yes.
Any sort of operational?
Yes.
Good, good,
Yes, that and new equipment to provide a new service.
perfect, good. I think that's what we're looking for. We're looking for them to be able to grow,
Right.
which is great.
And they see it that way, and they're very appreciative of this program. So I think it was a great idea from EDC to do this and provide that opportunity for our businesses.
Yay.
Yeah.
Just hope a few more take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And then hopefully in the future, we'll be able to come back and talk to you about any other opportunities that you would like to do for businesses in Trophy Club.
Definitely.
Do we have any brochures or anything on the Thrive? I know that you did a wonderful job on creating the glossy and all for the original program. Do we have any brochures that maybe when we're out there in businesses, we can just hand them out and make businesses aware of them?
I have a QR code. Our communications director made a great online application. It's very user-friendly. It also provides the application online, and then it sends it to us via email. So I can send you a QR code. If not, I can do it. I definitely do a brochure with just the highlights of what they need, and then maybe some talking points for you if you would like to do that.
Just a one-pager, something that
Yeah.
we can leave behind.
And throw the QR code on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I can do that.
That'd be great, thank you.
Yeah, when we've been stopping by the businesses, we've been giving them just a copy of the application and that QR code.
Yeah.
That's been how we've been doing it. Just here's the QR code, on it, scan that, that'll, and we leave it, it's a little card, right? We just leave it with them on that one, and then we do the application as well on that. And that seems to have been working pretty well, so.
And those that we were unable to contact with, we got their business cards and I sent out an email. So whoever we were unable to talk with, we give them that opportunity as well.
How many businesses do we have in Trophy Club? I mean, a round number.
I will have to check with that. I do not know off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to check. I know we have a list of them.
Okay.
And then I'm going through documents from Tarrant County and Denton County, so I can get that number
You mean
for you.
brick and mortar?
Yeah, storefront.
Yeah,
Yeah, there could be
exactly.
a million that are other homes.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking residents or,
Yeah.
LLCs and stuff.
Yeah, no, just
with
yeah, like
homebound
store-
business.
Yeah, I have public documents with actual business addresses. I can collect that and then just do a checks and balance with the communication director's information, and I can provide that
I
number.
was just wondering just how long and how difficult it would take y'all to hit every single one of these.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't, no.
Okay.
It was hot,
The,
for sure.
Exactly.
the qualifications for the program, you had to have a storefront, you had to have, a business front.
Right.
I couldn't be running a business out of my house and
Right.
say, gee, I'd like to have a new air conditioning system.
Yeah, right.
It just didn't make
Expand
sense,
that
right?
office, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah, no, they guys did a great job on that, thank you.
Any other questions?
No.
Anything else I can take out there while we're doing our last business visits?
If you need any of us to come out, like the way I'm offering you, sorry, but if you need my time, I'd be more than pleased to do it.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, I will get that out to everybody, the little flyer with the QR code on it, and then we'll do another update closer to the end of September 30th. So I'll do an update for you, and then we'll get those, some timings scheduled for y'all to come in and do some reviews of the applications, and then we'll go from there.
So application deadline is the 30th,
Yes.
60 days, but if we can accomplish it in a shorter timeframe,
Yeah.
then we can present to the town council in a short,
Yes.
maybe in an earlier meeting. Now, do we run the program again? Does it start again January 1?
Yes. So technically, we have $300,000 allocated to this program. In order to use up all of those funds, we would need to do this program one more year, because this year, fiscal year 24-25, we allocated $150 to the Thrive program just to see who would want some help and see where we're at. So we do have an additional $150K for the following year. So we would need to do this one more time, and if we have additional funds, it would be up to EDC if you would like to continue with the program.
Yeah, we rolled that out not too long ago, like a month or so, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Is it July?
In July 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a website, right?
Yeah, it's on the website. Yes, we did it website. We do it in the newsletter. We've done the site visits. It's up there on all of our social media. Yeah.
Good.
It'd be nice to get through the bulk of that by that date, so when they go see the council there, that we were pretty successful with the program, for sure.
We've had some great feedback, and to have 3 applications with
That's awesome.
only a couple of weeks of us going out and doing it, that's very good.
Obviously, y'all going out was very effective, too.
Right, yeah, so we'll do it again. We'll get more.
Get in the streets.
Well, if we got 3 more and these 3 were approved, you're halfway through the total budget almost, right?
Correct, so it's the total budget, we're probably looking at 6, 7
Yeah.
max, yeah.
Good, thank you.
Any executive session tonight?
Nope.
Okay, then we adjourn at 5:57.
Great.
Thank you.